A lot of people have sleep issues, whether it's falling asleep, staying asleep, snoring. I'm sure you've heard them all.
The most frequent problem is sleep apnea, sleep disordered breathing. So, we frequently do start with looking for that. If people are snoring, if people are tired during the day, if people are not refreshed in the morning. It's frequently the first thing we're evaluating for is sleep disordered breathing.
And do other specialists tend to refer people to you as well, and for what?
Yeah, we're encouraging it more and more, certainly through Northwell, because we're having the primary care screen for it. Frequent screening tool is called Stop Bang. So it's if you snore, if you're tired, if someone has observed that you stop breathing during sleep, or if you have a high blood pressure, that's the stop part. You're already someone that we would like referred because it's a common problem that we can help. The bang part is BMI over 35, age over 50, as we mentioned, and neck size for women is more than 16 inches, for men more than 17 inches, and then gender. Each of those is a one-pointer, and if you start to have 3 or 4, it's possible. If you're 5 to 8, it's likely that you will have sleep apnea. So we're using that tool, and I encourage everyone to use that tool and to look for this, because it's a common problem. It has medical consequences and emotional consequences and cognitive consequences, and so we like to work it up. But it's a tool to try to identify an at-risk population.
Okay, so you have a patient come in and you've determined that they have sleep apnea, and they come in and they see this.
So they've had a test. I'll explain to them about sleep apnea, and then I'll tell them I'm going to order CPAP, continuous positive airway pressure. Under pressure, you can't suck your airway closed, and this device will pick the pressure that allows for continuous airflow, so that you don't have apneas or hypopneas during the night. And there are a variety of masks that are available. It's a full-face mask. It's for people who can't just breathe through their nose and have to breathe through their mouth. Basically on button and touch screen. Hose goes here, male-female connection to some sort of a mask. I'll ask the person, do you breathe well through your nose? And they'll say, yeah, I'm not sure. I say, close your mouth, breathe through your nose now. Do you have any problem? If they don't have a problem, we go to nasal masks. This is a nasal pillow. It's a nipple that goes into the nose and seals in the nose. This is one that goes under the nose. It can have a nipple device, but on this one, the hose is in front, so if you're twisting around in bed, you might wrap yourself up in it if that's a problem. There are others where the hose is attached on top, can cycle. Okay, this one's over the nose, under the nose, into the nose, and there are different ones of those too, variety of materials and comfort levels. If you have to mouth breathe, you'll need a full face mask. The original ones go over the nose and mouth, and some people get nasal bridge irritation from that, so there are strips you can put there to help with that. There are different materials that the mask itself could be made from. There are different organizations. This one has something in the front of your head, so some people don't like that. Yeah, we don't. Nobody's married to a particular mask, so changing masks is one of the things I can do to make people more likely to continue with CPAP. Changing settings is something I can do, and I can do it remotely. A patient can call up the office and complain about something. I can make a change even before they come in and see if it helps. A lot of benefits to this, and it's worth the trial, because as I tell people, we're not handcuffing you to this device. I'm just asking you to give it the good college try and see if you're one of the majority of people who's going to think, oh my God, this is life altering.
We just moved around because we're going to try on some masks now. So, okay, fashion show, let's go.
Okay, so I've just asked you if you breathe well through your nose. You say yes, and we're choosing a mask that's a nasal mask. This one goes under the nose, and pretty comfortable for most people, we'll see. So this has to go under the nose like that. How's that feel?
That's not bad.
And we tighten it like this, and that's basically it. How's that feel?
It's actually pretty comfortable. It's padded. It's nice.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, this is a really good one. And if you pinch the top, you can actually disconnect the hose and go to the bathroom and not have to, put the whole thing back on.
So this is pretty comfortable. I have to say, I'm surprised, but this isn't it, right? There's more.
Well, yeah. So you have to be connected to a pressure source, to a pump. By a hose. So there's a hose that goes over this piece here, right? It snaps on. And this, you just pinch and it attaches here. And this hose can go anywhere you want. It can be behind you, and it goes onto a machine, so you know it doesn't have to.
Here's the machine.
You can rotate in bed, you can turn around like a rotisserie, and not get wrapped up in the hose. The full face variety, this is one of the more comfortable ones. So this is for someone who has to have a full face mask but is uncomfortable with one that goes on the bridge of the nose, so it's under the nose. It's pretty comfortable plastic. I think we've got your out of your ears way.
Yeah.
And again, if you want to go to the bathroom, you can just pinch this and take the hose away. This would be connected to the hose that connects to the machine.
Okay.
Okay, so you don't have to take the whole thing off. You can just pop it back on by pinching like that. And when you want to take it off, you just undo the metal clips, and it goes over the top, and that's it.
No? Okay. I like that one. Dr. Wohlberg, thank you so much for walking us through all of this. It was really informative, really helpful, and I think you're going to help a lot of people.
That's certainly my goal.